Your move, your move.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a TCG with over 10,000 unique cards. Where there are cards, there are decks, and unfortunately while some decks are made to steal the spotlight and dominate high-level play, others, well, struggle to even synergize with themselves. However, with a quick call to the Konami HQ, we now have the ability to create custom support to try and make our favorite lackluster decks meta contenders. 3 decks totaling 6 custom cards per episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Yu-Gi-Oh! Custom Card Challenge. For card number 1, we have Altergeist Hexcaster, a Earth Link 1 monster that simply requires a Altergeist monster as material. What does it do? Well, if this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect, place one personal spoofing trap card directly from your deck to the spell and trap zone face up. During the main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard and immediately normal summon an Altergeist monster from your hand. So how does Altergeist Hexcaster really impact the current Altergeist decks of today? Well, it addresses the biggest concern that current Altergeist decks share, which is the inability to search the archetype's best trap card, Personal Spoofing. Now, Personal Spoofing is unsearchable due to its name not containing the word Altergeist in it. Hexcaster then not only allows you to search Personal Spoofing by placing it face up, meaning you can immediately use it, by the way, you don't have to wait a turn, but also turns Meluseek, which is the card you saw in the beginning of the combo on the screen, turns it into a full Altergeist combo, allowing you to place all 3 of your Altergeist traps, being Protocol, Spoofing, and Manifestation, from your deck to the field, as mentioned with Spoofing being able to be used immediately, and giving you the Hexia summon, allowing you to have a not once per turn spell and trap, negate, and also having the new Altergeist monster in the Altergeist Edinimia also on the field. Now, it's important to say that Meluseek already is a 1-card combo, but it's nowhere near as powerful because it ends you with a Ambler Whale and a Promethean Princess in the graveyard that can then reborn a Hexia. But this version of the deck with the Link 1 with Altergeist Hexcaster, it basically allows for a lot more combo expression while also keeping true to the name in Altergeist and being that trap deck that we all know and love. I think with the addition of Altergeist Hexcaster, Altergeist deck is in a very, very great position to actually be able to compete with the meta decks of today, being Snake Eyes Fiendsmith and Yubel Fiendsmith, just due in fact that we have lots of negation and non-once per turn spell and trap removal. So for the first invoked monster, we have the Beast within the Invoker, a Link 1 monster that requires a normal summoned Alistair. This card can be considered any attribute for the fusion summon of a invoked monster. Also, during the main phase, you can activate this effect. Negate the effects of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of Alistair the Invoker monsters in your graveyard or banish pile +1. If this card is banished with the fusion summon of an invoked monster, you can return this card to the extra deck and special summon a invoked or invoked monster from your extra deck, and it is considered a fusion summon. So on the screen, you're going to be seeing just how useful a Link 1 like this would be, allowing a deck like Invoked the ability to summon more than one fusion monster a turn, which is something that I think the deck inherently struggles with at the moment, being able to special summon Raijin and Mechaba in this case. For the second invoked custom card here, we have Staff of the Invoker, which is a normal spell. It adds 1 Magical Meltdown or Book of the Law from your deck to your hand. If Alistair the Invoker is normal summoned to your field, you can activate this effect. Banish this card from your graveyard and fusion summon an invoked fusion monster by using materials from your hand, field, and or deck. For the rest of the turn, monsters special summoned to the field have the effects negated unless they're fusion monsters. So this card actually really ties everything together in my opinion, allowing you to search Magical Meltdown, which then searches your Alistair, which of course searches your invocation. Also, when you normal summon Alistair, it not only gives you the ability to chain block, but use materials from the deck. Monsters such as Drone and Lockbird actually become very, very useful not only as hand traps, but as having those types of attributes in your deck, allowing you to summon Raijin. For the first Battle Boxer card here, we have Battle Boxer Champion, a level 4 main deck monster with 1800 attack and defense. It acts as an extender, being able to special summon itself from the hand to the monster zone, but you are locked into fires while that is on the field. Also, you can banish this card from your hand or grave and negate the activation and destroy a card of anything that activates while you control a Fire Xyz monster. Now, this is a fantastic card for the Battling Boxer deck because it allows you to have a extra extender either going first or second, and allows your end boards to have a bit of extra disruption against those meta decks that take multiple interruptions to stop, and even going second it allows you to break boards a bit more cleanly. So for the second support card we have the Xyz monster Battling Boxer Blaze Bruiser, a rank 4 that takes 2 level 4 Battling Boxer monsters to make. Counter traps can be activated to turn the set, and during the main phase you can special summon any number of Battling Boxer monsters from your hand or deck equal to the number detached. Also, quick effect, you can target one monster in the field and add a Battling Boxer monster from your graveyard with the same type as the targeted monster. For the third support card we have the rank 5 monster Battling Boxer Guardbreaker, who takes 2 level 5 warriors to be made, but also can be Xyz summoned by using a Battling Boxer Xyz monster you control as material. If your opponent summons a monster to the field, quick effect, detach a material, negate the summon, and banish that monster. While this card has 2 or more materials, your opponent's face-up monsters are changed to defense, and they also lose 1000 defense. So on the screen here you're going to be seeing just how one Battling Boxer promoter will be able to cycle through 3 of the custom cards given to the archetype. Now I think Battling Boxers are a deck that need a lot of support and a lot of help, hence why I have given them 3 custom cards for this episode. The Xyz monsters are fantastic additions, as the Battling Boxer Blaze Bruiser really does showcase just how much extension is needed in this deck, giving you 2 free bodies which then allow you to cycle into the Battling Boxer King Dempsey, which can grab you your second counter trap of the combo and then slap on the new Battling Boxer Guardbreaker on top. I gave the Battling Boxer Blaze Bruiser the effect to activate a counter trap to turn it a set, because that works in tandem very well with the Battling Boxer Uppercutter that has the ability to reset counter traps from the graveyard. I also gave the Battling Boxer Guardbreaker the ability to change everything to defense, because that works very well with the deck's old boss monster being Battling Boxer Lead Yoke, that gave the deck card effect protection. But in this case, if everything is switched to defense, you also have battle protection in a sense, apart from link monsters. If you look at the screen now, you're just going to see just how many negates the deck can actually put up with one card, having the Battling Boxer King Dempsey targeting protection, and we also have the Reborn from the Uppercutter. We then have both negations of the traps, the negation of the champion, and of course the negation of the Guardbreaker as well. So with that, this brings this video to the end. Please do let me know in the comments what decks you would like to see get custom support next. Also, please make sure to check the links in the description so you can see the original artists, and please do give them all the credit they deserve.